Next is from El Chivo. It's from the chat. What do you think would happen if a UFC fighter ever did the DX suck it or the double middle finger to Trump? Would he be the biggest heel in the UFC? I'd be interested how that would get over. I guarantee if a guy did that, he'd get booed out of the building. It'd actually be a pretty cool viral thing for one of these guys to actually do if they want to like make a name for themselves or something, you know? What do you think, Konnan?
Just to clarify, Dana White would probably say that's disrespectful, bro. He's my guest, and if you ever do that again, you're fired.
Honestly, that might be what Dana White would say. You know,
yeah. Like and just to clarify, Donald Trump is the guy from Home Alone 2. Here's a question
he was in Home Alone 2.
By the way,
bro, I have zero idea.
I want to play this clip real quick of Triple H talking about Trump. Did you get that clip I sent you on the phone?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's on. Okay, pull that up, Joe, and I want to play this and see what Konnan thinks is because I made a great point. I think he brings up a fantastic point on this. Naomi, bluebells are blue. Naomi is a healer. They're using her right. Cargill is a waste of time. The woman needs good heels, and Naomi has it written all over her for an age. Well, Naomi has just recently shown that she is a very talented performer in the way she acts. Okay, and this has been a good angle for her. But bro, Jade Cargill, it looks like $1 million, and I'm telling you right now, I'm watching the show. Her offense, when she is out there, looks as real as anybody else, as better than most of the performers out there right now. Like she looks like she's pissed and beating the piss out of the girl.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
but she may be doing that, Disco, because Marvel are casting the X-Men. So she's probably working her arse off to get on top for Storm.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say this. I saw Naomi's change when she was in TNA and they gave her the title because we did a dual show in Mexico with TNA and she looked great. And I told her, and then she's brought that same energy to WWE. I like Naomi a lot. I'm still not sold on Cargill. She's got a good look, and that's about it for me.
Disco, one of your heroes is in the chat.
Brian Dunlap he's letting us know that he hasn't watched the show yet. He's busy writing wrestling articles for Sports Key. All right, let's play this clip. This is interesting comments from Triple H.
We always hear everything is wrestling. So you probably as a wrestler look at everything differently, and you don't have to put opinions out there. But in 2015, when you're seeing Trump come out there and generate heat, which would be the wrestling term, are you looking at that and you're like, oh, this guy's going to win?
Husey, do I got to pause this every 30 seconds or something, or will we be all right?
Yeah.
Like every 30 seconds? All right.
Yeah, feel the heat.
Yeah, I'm a big believer. It's funny that Nick Khan, who's the president of the company with me.
Shout out Nick. I like Nick, man.
He's the best. He's absolutely the best. Like he's really, I couldn't do this without him, but he's the best. But he always has this thing where the most charismatic guy wins. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter your policy. Doesn't matter anything. Whoever the most charismatic guy is in the debates wins. Mm-hmm. And you can historically look at that and it's pretty accurate, right? And I think Trump's ability as an orator, as like him or hate him, the way he does it.
Yeah.
But he's charismatic in so many ways. And I think he likes getting under people's skin. I think he likes generating.
He plays a great heel.
The way he does. Yeah. It's amazing and it's genius. And it works.
Yeah, so you got to pause it when you're live streaming so that it can be transformative content.
Okay.
So now you can now talk about what Triple H said there. Look at that bump in his head as well.
Well, that's basically the gist of what he's saying here. Is that basically, and I've said this all along, that Trump's persona in front of people is just an extension of his character in WWE and has been to this day. He plays. He's playing the wrestling character because, you hear Bill Maher talk about meeting him backstage. He laughs. He's a different guy. When you meet the guy in person, some of the he's always. He's been like the Undertaker. The Undertaker never broke character. Trump, in front of people, just never breaks character, and then that's his shtick.
Pull your mic up a little, Disco. You're fading a little bit.
Oh, I see Trump's character. He continues to play his character, and that's his shtick.
Worked in our business. Do I think he got that from our business? I think he innately understands that. It's been his whole life. Mm-hmm. You think about that. Why? There's a lot of billionaires in the world, I suppose. And why was he the most famous one? Why was he the one that was in People magazine every week and, with everybody under the sun? Why was he seen as the epitome of that, that billionaire sort of status and all that stuff? Because of his charisma and his character and who he is and the way he can speak about it and do all those things. He just captivates people. And I think it's why he is where he is.
He got all the press because he knew how to work the journalists. He would give them a little dirt as long as they gave him a headline or a cover. He was an inside source for a lot of gossip.
Disco, what do you think of the realistic possibilities that Trump turns up at WrestleMania, even just to sit in the crowd and watch, Lyra Valkyria and Bailey versus the Judgment Day ladies?
I would say no. Because you're treading different territory when you're coming into you're going in front of a wrestling crowd than the UFC crowd.
I almost say
the UFC crowd is Dana White.
Yeah.
Okay, Trump's friend. And they know that like all the fighters are real. The fighters aren't snowflakes. The fighters are kind of like man's man. Like they like Trump. These wrestling fans, forget it. It's like look at the Hogan reaction.
Right.
Hogan in UFC and Hogan in WWE. It's completely it's night and day.
Yeah. This is why I like you, Disco. You're smart.
Also understanding heat. And
so basically, if you look at him, he's been doing the talk show circuit since the 90s, was in Home Alone. He knows he showed up at all those big New York parties with politicians and, he knows how to work a room. He doesn't sound like a fucking politician. If you watched him on Apprentice, he was a heel. And when you compare him to other billionaires, Elon Musk looks like he's fucking autistic. Zuckerberg looks like a dweeb. Like the only time he got laid is if he paid for it. Seriously, bro, look at him. I mean, they've got no charisma. I mean, he's just, like I've said before, the only way that he's going to get laid is, fucking going up a fucking chicken's ass and hoping to get laid. But other than that, these guys have no charisma, bro. Who's the other guy? My Cuban friend, Jeff Bezos, zero charisma. His wife, I'm not even going to get into that. But anyways,
would you?
No, definitely not. She looks kind of weird with the
this
big
would you?
Yeah, I mean, bro, look at Bezos and Zuckerberg's wives.
Right.
You would think they'd be like really super high. It's
right.
kind of weird,
They're not.
right?
That's all they could get.
Yeah.
And so, these chicks probably had game, probably popped that, you know what I'm saying? Probably had the best sex of his life, doesn't have to pay for it. And he's got a little trophy wife to stand by him, but they both kind of look ridiculous.
And I thought
Elon Musk looks ridiculous. I've never seen him with any of his wives, with all his kids. He just hangs out with his kid on top of his head. But, charisma, bro, that sells. That sells. That's why when I was only 1 year in the business, I was already in the main events. Boom.
Understanding heat. And I thought the Vince Dog did a good job of explaining this. Like, heat isn't necessarily everybody loves you.
Yeah.
You can have heat with everyone hates you. It's just energy towards you.
Realistically, that is the heat is that everybody hating you. But like in our business, in our parlance, right? But like,
you can't have heat as a baby.
I mean, you can, but like that's not normally how we would just say the baby face is, man, he's over.
Right? So heat is only a negative thing.
Sort of in our business, anyways.
Yeah, negative meaning
it's a positive thing, but it's about someone acting negatively.
Like, man, he's got a ton of heat. That's me saying, man, that.
Yeah, well, that's a good point about this. These guys didn't understand what heat was, but
right.
Heat is like when there's energy in the arena based off the emotion of somebody doing something bad to somebody. When you say, "Wow, the heat was really good on that," because like the crowd reacted because somebody did something bad, and you got what you wanted.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.